What is going on, investors? This is Jason, aka the Frugal Investor. Alibaba pledged $15.5 billion to Beijing's Common Prosperity Drive. This was a donation fine placed on them by the government that they have to pay in the next 5 years. How will they pay for it? How will it affect the business? How will it affect the top line, the bottom line, and most importantly, the stock price and the business itself? Let's talk about it. So Alibaba has committed $15.5 billion to finance 10 initiatives promoting common prosperity in China, supporting a nationwide push towards a fairer society. CEO Daniel Zhang will see through each initiative by 2025. So they have almost 5 years to pay this donation fine, which is for the common prosperity of the people in China, as they put it. The task force will focus on technology innovation, economic development, creating high quality jobs and care for vulnerable groups, as well as 20 billion RMB Common Prosperity Development Fund that will help cut income inequality in Alibaba's home province of Zhejiang. So they are going to be investing this money, out of which 20 billion will go towards common prosperity of their home province of Zhejiang. Zhejiang is where Alibaba is based at. So this is a huge blow to Alibaba. Okay, it can affect their bottom line, it can affect their revenue, it can affect the amount of cash they have on hand. But is it really that bad? I do not think so. 20 billion of going to the common prosperity of their own province of Zhejiang will only strengthen their middle class of that province from where Alibaba is. And at the end of the day, if the middle class is stronger, they will spend more, and Alibaba is the place where their end of the day where that money will come sooner or later. So it will help them in some way in their top line as well. Also, the only thing that the strength of China is their middle class. If they are investing in the middle class, 20 billion RMB in the middle class of their home province, that is only going to make it stronger. Over here it says that Alibaba is a beneficiary of strong social and economic progress in China over the past 22 years. I agree. If there was not this progress in China over the past 22 years, there would be no Alibaba. We firmly believe that if society is doing well and the economy is doing well, then Alibaba will do well. And it is very, very true. So if they are investing this money in the betterment of society, at the end of the day, it's going to help themselves. So it is more of like an investment into their own future. Not only that, it will keep the government off their back. Okay, it will put them in the good books of the government. Now with the change of the CEO, with them putting more money towards social causes, it will get the government off their back at least for some time. Okay, in the future things might change, who knows, but for now this is a great investment by this business into their future. This is one of the largest bets made by private sector company this year in alignment with China's efforts to reduce income inequality. China's campaign to reduce the country's wealth gap dates back to the foundation of the Communist Party. President Xi Jinping pledged to make solid progress towards common prosperity by 2035 after eradicating extreme poverty. So they are trying to eradicate poverty, bring the poor people back to middle class, which will only strengthen the power of Alibaba and the grip of Alibaba. It will increase their market cap to the people who are right now living in poverty, but when they come up, they will be either their customers or the sellers or the buyers will improve their marketplace overall, which makes me even more bullish on China and Alibaba itself. Over the next 5 years, the company also pledged to create more highly skilled jobs across its ecosystem, from vocational training for those seeking employment to initiatives supporting young entrepreneurs who want to start business in their home villages and rural cities. Parts of its commitment will be to improve the welfare of gig economy workers, such as food delivery riders, ride-hail drivers, from insurance coverage, from occupational accidents to personal development training courses. Is there also one of their core initiatives is to support vulnerable communities, increasing digital world, making digital tools more intuitive, easy to use for seniors, and strengthening internet safety for children and adults. Alibaba said it would also continue to roll out more flexible digital forms of employment, such as its digital cloud customer support, which has hired more than 10,000 customer service staff with disabilities from across China. So at the end of the day, it's only making them stronger. They will get a better workforce that they can train and promote in higher positions, which will also stabilize the employment workforce for them and bring more talent into the door. And also if they are doing cloud customer support, which is also going to improve their outlook with their customers, with their business. Okay, and this is a great news. This is not a negative news at all. Okay, because it will get the government of their back. It will improve their reputation in the eyes of the people of that country. Also, it will strengthen their own province, bring up the poor people in their own province, which will improve their market cap, where people will be doing more people will be doing more business on their platforms, which will make them stronger at the end of the day. Okay, that is the whole strength of that country. They are bringing people out of poverty, and those people become consumers. They increase the market, and the market becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and makes them more powerful. That's their whole thing, and that is what they're trying to achieve. So I do not think this is bad at all. Now, regarding how it will affect their bottom line and how it will affect their top line, so in 2021, their bottom line, their net income was 22, almost 23 billion dollars, which was a 8.83% increase after their operational spending on pandemic and on the 2.7 billion dollar fine. They still managed to make a 8.83% increase in their bottom line. Okay, now if they pay this fine from their bottom line, you can reduce the amount of free cash flow growth that they're expected to have. So the free cash flow growth over here is almost 30%. You can reduce it from 30% to 15%. Let's say they pay 15% free cash flow per share to this common cause, to this whatever 15 billion donation fine that they are going to be using for common prosperity. I made a video yesterday, and the free cash flow per share at a moderate growth rate of 15% came to $12.15. So let's say instead of 30%, we take 15%, $12.50. Even then, they are in a very solid position, and the stock price comes out to be almost $225 even after paying that. That is a 25% return on your money, and I will leave a link up here or down there for the video that I recorded yesterday with a 15% moderate growth in the free cash flow per share. Now, the growth rate in the free cash flow per share has been almost 30%, but we are taking a moderate 15% growth rate, and based on that we are calculating the price. So in my honest opinion, I do not think this will affect this stock price at all. I do not think this is a bad news. This is only going to strengthen their position, get the government of their back, improve the middle class in their own province, which will improve the marketplace and help them improve their own market cap overall. Okay, and also, if things come to show, they also have $75 billion cash on hand, which is more than enough to cover for this fine or any fine, almost four times over. Okay, so they have, or five times over actually. If they have to, at the end of the day, if they have to pay it from their cash flow and their bottom line is something happens, their bottom line doesn't grow, they have a lot of cash on hand. Okay, and they only have $28 billion worth of debt, while the cash on hand is 75 billion. So I'm looking at the fundamentals. I'm looking at the nominal, minimal revenue growth, minimal bottom line growth. I'm looking at those numbers, and I am more bullish than ever. More bullish than ever on this business because the fundamentals look good, the numbers look good. They're in such a safe position with the amount of cash on hand. I do not think this is a bad thing at all. I think in fact, this is a really great investment that they are going to be making into themselves. Middle class is the strength of China, and this will go towards the common cause, which is strengthening the middle class, bringing the poor people out of the middle class, and that is what this is going to be doing. So it's going to be a beneficial for everybody. It's a win-win situation. Again, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. This morning I bought $1,400 worth of Alibaba on September 7, 2021, which is today. I bought more Baba, and I'm adding more and more to my position of Alibaba. I already had 1,400 in there, and I added 1,400 more. So now the whole position is close to $3,000 of my Alibaba stockpile, and I will be adding more and more and more. As if it goes down more, I'll be stockpiling more. I don't want it to go above 200, because above 200 it gets more and more expensive. It just doesn't make sense to buy a whole lot. But right now I'm just going to be building up this position, and I want this to be one of my biggest positions because this is such a great business, such a juicy price, and I just can't resist even after this news. Okay, so I am very bullish on this stock. I'm super bullish, and I'm adding more and more to my portfolio. That was my 2 cents on this 15.5 billion donation that they'll be making towards the common prosperity. How it will affect them, how it will affect their bottom line, how it will affect the amount of cash they have on hand, how it will improve their situation, improve the general sentiment towards the company, improve, get the government off their back, and it won't make any difference to their bottom line, to their earnings, or to their cash on hand, because they are such a growing business and their market cap is growing with almost a billion monthly active users. It will only come to strengthen them, not harm them in any way. That was my 2 cents. This is the Frugal Investor. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.